You already know what time it is. There's a new reveal trailer for a new character coming in Under Night in Birth 2, and I haven't actually watched this trailer yet, so let's jump straight in and then we'll talk about it afterwards as usual. So this just dropped today. It's October the 19th, I believe. All right, we've got this trailer. A lot of it smashing through walls. I guess that's the theme of this character. We know his name is Tsurugi. There's the moon. It's the hollow night. That's when all the voids come out. This character, Tsurugi, he does actually appear and chat in the story modes of the original game, but I don't know a whole lot about him. All I know is that he's like part of some school club that helps people deal with their special Undernight powers. The Steel Guardian. So his main thing, clearly, is that he fights with a shield. But it's quite an offensive way of fighting with a shield. I guess you could say the same thing about Captain America. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of surfing on the shield, which is cool. It's difficult for me to take all of this information all at once. I have to kind of consume this very slowly. That was it. That was already one of his like infinite worths at the end. And what's really interesting about a shield character is that we already have a shield character in Multi-Blood Type Lumina, which is, of course, the other game that this company makes, French bred, published, obviously, in Japan by Arc System Works. So let's jump back in at full speed, and then I'll play this again at slow motion the second time. I don't know who this voice actor is. He sounds familiar. So what is this? He's got some sort of rivalry going on with Hyde? I love the surfing. I'm from a group of student vigilantes. We're called the EFG. They've been studying their alphabet. That's why they know how to spell their own name. Knocking the characters up into the sky. Is he some kind of new grappler? Because we don't have that many, right, in this game. This doesn't make him look quite as good as this image here. I kind of like the look of him better here. Something about his hair. All right, so we're going this time for the half-speed run-through. I don't know what this is. Presumably it's the school that he goes to. I think Phonon also goes to the same school. So he's got a thing for Hyde, but who doesn't? With a jacket like that, you can't blame him. All right, so sword versus shield. It makes sense as a rivalry. The defense versus the offense. He armored through something here. This is Carmine's projectile. And he was able to armor through. So he was already doing the shield move. So this is his armor move that he puts out, which means he can go forward and start his combo. Let's see what this is. So he's got some kind of dragon punch. I think I said this in the reveal trailer, but you know, it's always good for a new character to have a dragon punch, just because that's one of the main ways that people get in on you, especially in the lower ranks. They're going to jump towards you. So as a beginner character, it definitely feels good to have a dragon punch. I assume that's what this is. He cancels into some EX move. After this super combo, he gets an, what do they call it? An OTG on the ground. Oh, I see. So he I thought he just advises people about their powers. I didn't kind of realize that he actually had his own powers. Now, what's going on with his arm here? I don't really know exactly why he has the armor on his arm, like gauntlet. Presumably it gives him the strength to hold this shield up. But interestingly enough, they did not redraw these animations. So he's actually got the shield on his left arm. But if he's on the right side and he does his super, you can see his shield, his gauntlet. Like, would you call it a gauntlet if it goes through your entire arm? His gauntlet armor goes, it switches sides because they've just flipped this illustration. Some nice illustration work for the infinite worth. She is doing some kind of tech roll backwards, but he is not keen on letting her do it. What do you call it? I just call it a roll. When you wake up, a recovery roll? Okay, that is what it's called. You get those character portraits when the EX moves happen. Reminds me a little bit of BB Tag. Grid break. Wait, what was she doing before this move happened? So if she's blocking and she's not shielding, I see no evidence of her shielding. When she gets grid broken, the grid gauge lights up and explodes. And that's not because she was holding shield or anything. She actually gets grid broken just for blocking? Right, okay. Interesting stuff. I mean, there's a lot of mechanics that I'm still kind of fuzzy on. He gets a combo after it as well. So presumably you've got to like jump out of the way and make sure you don't get grid broken. He's got invincibility here, so this is some kind of... No, this is just part of the combo. Okay, I was like, what is this? She's like in hit stun? This is just a hit stun animation. So this is the 5th hit, or the 6th hit rather, of the combo. He's cancelled into what looks like an infinite worth. He punches the ground, creates an earthquake, which sends the rocks straight up into the sky, launches you up in the air, and then when you come back down, he's now going to punch you with his shield. Didn't see a lot of defense there for a character whose main thing is a shield. I was like, is this some cool new Under Night animation? Oh no, it's just they've just zoomed in on the footage and then zoomed out. Dramatic, stylish 2D fighting action. I just love the way they use words in this game. They call him like the indomitable spirit or something, and I was like, I don't even know what that means. It's funny, I like consider myself moderately intelligent, and I I definitely feel like I have a fairly lengthy vocabulary, and yet this game puts me to shame because every time there's any sentence written in this game, I'm like, I have to get my dictionary out to really understand what it's talking about. And then, to be honest, with a game like this, even if you look up the words, you still don't really understand what's going on. I can see that he's got some cool stuff. I was really interested in the fact that he can just super you and grid break you even if you're blocking, so it's not like you can just block your way out of it. I guess you have to jump out of that particular super, so you're gonna get there's gonna be a lot of knowledge checking, I assume. I don't really know how much of a grappler aspect there is to this character. I didn't see a whole lot of grappling, but I did see armor, like sort of armoring through stuff, so he'll maybe put up his shield, and then if you attack him while his shield's up, he'll be able to armor through it and then get combos on you. I think he looks cool, but this is not traditionally the sort of character I gravitate towards. Usually I go for characters who can do as little thinking as possible, run straight in and just mash buttons. I'm really curious about all 3 of these new characters. I wanted to see how Kaguya plays, Tsurugi plays, and I guess we only have one more character to see, and that's going to be the launch lineup. 3 brand new characters in addition to all the ones we had in CLR. And then it looks like the season pass, which for some reason they're not advertising in this video. They had all this opportunity to advertise the season pass again, but they're not. And I believe the season pass will include 3 more characters that they're going to include on top of this. So this is definitely feeling like Under Night In-Birth 2, because the previous game, Under Night In-Birth CLR, or sorry, Under Night In-Birth Exalate CLR, we thought like a ton of new stuff was coming with that game, and we got Laundrekia, 1 new character, and I like Laundrekia a lot, but I think I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed that that game, the support kind of died off kind of quickly. So Under Night In-Birth 2, coming in with 3 new characters for the launch roster, and then 3 more after that. It's very exciting times, not only because the game is going to be coming out, but I do plan on getting some new videos up soon regarding this game. So I went to Tokyo Game Show. I've got some footage to show you. I had pretty much as much time as I wanted to play Kaguya. I was busy that day, so I couldn't spend that long. And I've also got another video. So in Japan, you can actually pre-order special bonuses depending on which shop you buy from. And I've actually pre-ordered the game twice just to get 2 different kinds of pre-order bonus. An unboxing might fit better actually on my main channel, but we shall see. I'm looking forward to more information about Under Night coming. There's so much information coming at, like, I think it's called Paris Games Week. There's an event in France on November 1st. That's everything for today. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, share it with all your friends. I'll see you all in the next one.